What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy IB from American Forex Online. And let's jump right into it. We're going to be looking at the weekly candle. On Sundays, you want to be looking at your weekly candle. And I'm going to show you how to break this thing down. And I'm going to give you a little bit more information about what we're doing and what this channel is all about. We're not a trading channel, I will say that. We don't show you how to trade here at all. We show you how to marketeer here. And our philosophy is that you must become a marketeer first before you become a trader. And a trader is something or someone that has at least 3 to 5 years of profitable history in any and all markets, futures, options, and forex, to can be considered themselves as a trader. And even then too, I'm gonna be diving into some things to where you're gonna see that, hey, this guy's really doing something totally different. And that's what we're going to be doing, simply because my students and the marketeers in which we're study under me, we have a different statistical success rate than traders. As you know, all new traders are those that identify themselves as such. Pretty much 95% of them end up blowing their account simply because they're trying to trade. They're identifying themselves with a trader. They haven't had a mentor in which where can break the functionality of the market down to where they don't have to subject themselves to circumstances of a trader, but learn smaller, minute things which can double your account just by being a marketeer. And a marketeer is someone who knows how to go into the market, grab some profits, and leave. And we don't have as much freedom as a trader do, as a marketeer, but we double our accounts pretty much quicker than most traders. And you'll see that some of the principles and some of the things that we do puts us in a situation to where we don't risk nowhere as much as a trader would risk. So let me just jump on in. So on the weekly candle, the first thing I have to say too, as a marketeer, we only use 3 time frames. We're only looking at the monthly, we're looking at the weekly, and we look at the daily. We make our trades on those 3 time frames. Everything we do is on those 3 time frames. Period. The times in which where we go down and want to be in lower time frames is when we're just in study in some classroom time to where we're learning some of the techniques of being a trader. But as far as to flip our accounts, we don't do that at all. We don't go down there for no reason. We don't need a bias. We look for what I call direction. We're looking for up and down. So on the monthly, then we always start with the monthly, then the weekly, and then the daily. Even though we're going to be concentrating on the weekly. So I go to the monthly, and as you can see right here, I already had put this, I had identified, and I just picked this out simply because I do like to use pairs that are not US, even though I use US pairs. And I like to use pairs that, that are kind of trendy. A lot of people kind of, has a nice amount of volume on it, but it's just sometimes not U.S. related, and that's my own personal preference. Sometimes you're gonna see me trading U.S. Pairs, but I just threw that out there. So as you can see, there's a situation right here to where every time on a monthly candle, once we get up in this area, it breaks down, it goes away. But for the most part, right now, green candle means the direction is up. So we go to our weekly window or time frame, and we're looking for our situation to go up. So, as you can see, that blue box is still there. We can see where, hey, the wicks came up into that box and traced back down. And it came back up to the box again, and it's looking like it's going to trace back down. So that's my first little glimpse at that. Even though I'm going to come back and we're going to place our trade right here on the weekly because it's Sunday. And normally we would have got here at 3:30, 4 o'clock. And before this even little red, was here, we would have had our trade. But it's a little busy, wasn't able to get here early as I wanted to, so I can just make the video here. It still hasn't reached where I wanted to reach at yet anyway, so I'm going to place the trade regardless. But let's go down and see what the daily is doing. I just want to get a quick glimpse. It's kind of like freestyling this right now. Okay, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can see exactly what that bar and the restriction that bar has had, even though it's not going to last on the daily charts. As you can see, came up, got some wicks in that bar, fell down a lot of days, and that's in September. It started way back in August and touched it, came down. Now it's just touching it again, and some could expect it to go down or whatever. Either way, it doesn't really matter. The way we trade, we're trading on the direction, and we do use stop losses and things like that. So we're going to be protected as well. But our strategies and rules going to always kind of have us in the right direction. So let's go back to the weekly. And one of the things we have to start to absorb is how a candle is made. I'm going to assume you guys, that's another thing, has done some of your own research. You go and if you're not sat in front of your candle and seeing what parts of a candle is made when it's going up, what parts of a candle is made when it's going down, I suggest you do that because that's going to be critical in being a marketeer. And it's just the formation of a candle that's going to be that's like the ABCs of being a marketeer. You need to know if it's in a direction of north, that maybe the bottom of the candle going to get created first, and then it was going to come up, and then at the top right corner of the candle at the end, and that's how that's the direction that moves. And when it's going down on a red candle, that it creates the top first, and then the bottom of the candle is created last. You may want to just go back, and if you didn't get that or catch that, just write those notes right there, because that's all you're going to need to know as marketing. Everything else is going to be based around just flipping your account. So we don't learn all those 1 minute, 2 minute things and all of that. We don't go down there on the hour charts or anything. So I'm looking at this week, and I see last week right here, this red week. Let's blow it up a little bit. You can see that the market got up in there and it started to trend down a little bit. So this week it looks like it's even going down some more. So when I took the glimpse over at the monthly, it's kind of right in sync with what it should be doing. And we're going to get in line with the market. We don't go against the market. We get in line with the market. So on the monthly candle, you can see, let me give it a second to pull up here. You can see it's moving up. And it got to that resistance. And for the last couple of weeks, it's trended down. That's what you see. But there's only about 3 more weeks in this. Look like, 3 more days in this month. It's the 27th of December now. And price is right here. So I'm thinking over the next couple days, it's most definitely for the month. It's done made a new high. This is the new high that it made ever since, let's say, wow, pretty nice high there since 2019, June 2019. So it broke that high. It made a new high there. With that, so that's kind of bullish. It's like, it's in a real bullish market right now. So what this thing's probably do is just gathering a little momentum and about to punch itself up. So what I normally do is I take me a line and maybe halfway of this right here, or a little above halfway, and I normally go to a little above halfway. I'll stick it about right there, even lower sometimes, because we're about to go into a new month. And if you look at some of the monthly candles, look at the long wicks. Some of them got some short wicks, but for the most part, it needs some wick. And I'm thinking 3 days from now, I'm thinking 4 days from now on the monthly, and I'm saying, hey, how far down would my wick come? And that's going to be determined on this weekly time frame where we say we're going to make the move at. So let's go back to that. Since we know we're going up, so being that we know we're going up, we have to realize that the bottom of the candle must be formed, and that's what we want. We want to hit, like, if we was catching this move going up right here, we want the bottom of this candle. If we was catching this move going up right here, we want the bottom of this candle. So that's the mindset we got right now. What we'll do is set a buy limit order, and you have to click this right here for a limit order. You don't want no execution. In marketeering, we never execute a trade. All of our trade or limit orders, all of our trades are never live. And what I mean by that is, like, we never see something happening and say, hey, I'm getting in right now, and you just like, I'm in now. No, we don't do that. In the Marketeer, what we do is we see the market and we we foresee where we want it to come, where we want price to be at, and we set a limit order there. If it doesn't come there and get it, hey, fine, we missed that one. But if it does, we put ourselves in a good position to make some good profits. So I'm gonna leave it right here because I don't make this account. And another thing with marketeering, our trading account is always offline and or off the internet, simply because there are other reasons why. But as far as marketing, we always do paper trading. I think this account right now uh, this is a paper trading account. And even if you see it over there and it says Ananda and it's live, that's wrong. It's always a paper trading account. All right. So remember that. Because we are marketeers and we just don't even have our a live trading account that we use at all, as far as in these instruction videos. So I look and I say, hey, I want for this situation right here for the week, and this week is forming and it's going up, and we know the direction up. I need a lower price. I don't, this is nice. That's a low right here. These is the last 3 weeks low is right there. And where's that? I really want a price that's like better than that even. That's 120. That's 125,737. So I would probably want 125,500. For me to want to get in and ride that thing up. So 125,500. We're gonna go over why and all of that later. I think this account have over $800,000 in it. I put in there in about 3 days. It started with 100, but this system is so proficient is that it's like, I don't want to say that it's never wrong, but it's high 90% right. And unlike trading, you have a very high winning percentage with this. So let's go with 100,000 maybe, or whatever it is, 19,000 shares. So, I'm just doing it anyway. And we're going to place the limit order. And you're going to see it pop up here in a moment. And that's going to kind of be it. Yeah, right there. So what I'm saying, I'm going to move this for you. What I'm saying is, in this situation, in learning to be a marketeer, I would come and look at this last 3 weeks, 4 weeks right here, we might as well say. And if I know that the direction up, the best price that would be on the market for me would be below this candle right here. So I'm a buyer in here if it comes down, strikes this buy limit, and then goes up. And right now it kind of has a pattern to where it just may do that, simply because, as you can see right here, it bounced down, and right here it bounced down. And this is what's more important. Let's go over to the monthly real quick before I end this video. Try to end it within a minute. Doing too much talking. So on the monthly, come on here. If we can see that when going up, the first move of the candle is going down. So even though right now you're getting a little green tip right here, like, hey, there's some buying going on. No, there's no buying going on. So I'm looking for this thing to, in 3 days, just go ahead and pull all the way down, maybe to my buy order. Lock me in, and then it's gonna go up. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened here? Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking, and that'll be like the tip of my wick, on this next month to go up. Let's say that when the first hits, instead of it going straight up, being that it's going up, it got to make a bottom first. I got my buy limit right about here. I may even move it up a tad bit, just to make sure I get the tip of that wick when it comes down the first couple weeks. That's like it's doing already, coming down the first maybe 1 or 2 weeks. Making that wick, and then on it, hopefully it break it that at the same time. It's going to get some momentum, break those lows for the week from 2 weeks ago,